All right, diving in today, folks, and we are going deep, deep into those microscopic powerhouses we all have. They're called mitochondria, and they're the energy factories inside every single one of your cells.
They're pretty amazing, really. These little guys are impacting everything you do, from flexing a muscle to just thinking a thought.
And the really cool thing is that recent research is showing us more and more how much power we have when it comes to keeping those mitochondria humming. So we're going to break down all the ways you can support these little dynamos so you can feel that energy every single day.
Yeah, it's not just about surviving, it's about thriving, and your mitochondria are at the center of that.
Let's start with exercise. I think a lot of us know that it's good for us, but can you tell us about what the science actually says about how exercise actually affects mitochondria?
Well, it turns out exercise is like a signal to your cells. It basically tells them, hey, we need more energy here. And what happens? They start making more mitochondria. It's called mitochondrial biogenesis. Pretty cool, huh?
Wow, so our bodies actually make more of these powerhouses.
Exactly. Studies show that both aerobic exercise like running and resistance training like lifting weights can stimulate this process. But, what seems to really kick things into high gear are things like HIIT, high-intensity interval training, those quick bursts of intense activity, and good old endurance exercise. They really push those mitochondria to adapt and multiply.
That makes a lot of sense.
Yeah.
So we're making more mitochondria. Now, how do we fuel those little guys? I'm guessing diet plays a huge role here.
Absolutely. What you eat directly impacts how well your mitochondria function. And it's not just about calories. It's about giving them the right nutrients to thrive. Foods that are super nutrient dense, those are your mitochondrial superstars.
Okay, give us some examples. What do we talk about here?
Think fatty fish like salmon, packed with those omega-3 fatty acids, leafy greens bursting with antioxidants, berries, nuts, those all provide healthy fats and antioxidants that help protect your mitochondria from damage.
So it sounds like we want to be eating a wide range of colorful whole foods.
Right, a variety is key. And, research has also highlighted specific compounds that can really give those mitochondria an extra boost.
Oh, interesting. Like what?
Well, there's coenzyme Q10. It's this vital molecule for energy production, and you find it naturally in organ meats and fish. Then there are polyphenols. You get those from things like coffee and tea. They can really enhance the efficiency of your mitochondria.
So our food choices really do go down to a cellular level.
They really do.
Now, we also hear a lot about supplements. Can supplements actually play a role in mitochondrial health?
Supplements can be a really interesting area for those looking to support their mitochondrial health. The research suggests that certain supplements can offer targeted support.
Which one specifically are we talking about?
Well, coenzyme Q10, we talked about that. There's also alpha-lipoic acid, which is a super powerful antioxidant that works within the mitochondria. L-carnitine, that helps shuttle fatty acids into the mitochondria to be used as fuel. And then there's this really interesting one called PQQ, paraliquinoline quinone.
That's a mouthful.
It is, but research suggests it might actually stimulate mitochondrial biogenesis, so potentially even more mitochondria.
So these supplements aren't a magic bullet, right?
Right, they're not. A healthy lifestyle is always the foundation.
But they could be a helpful addition.
Exactly. They can be like little cellular reinforcements.
I want to switch gears a bit and talk about fasting. How does fasting, intentionally not eating for a period of time, how does that benefit our mitochondria?
This is where it gets really fascinating. Fasting triggers something called mitophagy, and it's like a cellular spring cleaning. Basically, your body gets really good at identifying and getting rid of any damaged or old mitochondria.
So it's like hitting the reset button.
Yeah, kind of. Plus, when you fast, your body shifts to burning fat for fuel, and the byproduct of that is ketones. And ketones, they're like a super clean, efficient fuel source for those mitochondria.
Interesting. So it cleans up the old, less functional mitochondria?
Yeah.
And it provides the remaining ones with a better fuel source.
Right, leading to less oxidative stress and better overall function.
Now, I think it's only fair to talk about the other side of the coin. What are some of the things we're doing in our daily lives that could be harming our mitochondria?
Sadly, there are quite a few things. Let's start with diet. Those processed foods, especially those loaded with sugar and unhealthy fats, they create a lot of oxidative stress. And that can directly damage those little energy factories.
So back to what we were talking about earlier, it really highlights the importance of whole, unprocessed foods.
Absolutely. And, not getting enough sleep, that can be a big problem too. It disrupts all those essential repair processes that happen in our cells, including within the mitochondria.
Sleep is so crucial for so many reasons.
And it really is. And then there are environmental toxins, too much alcohol, and chronic stress. All of those things can also affect how well your mitochondria function.
It paints a pretty clear picture, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Everything is connected.
It really is.
So to wrap things up, the choices we make in our daily lives, what we eat, how much we sleep, how we manage stress, these things have a huge impact on those microscopic powerhouses within us.
And those microscopic powerhouses, they have a huge impact on our energy levels, our overall health, how we age. It's pretty amazing.
It is pretty amazing. And that's why we wanted to bring this to you today, to show you just how much power you have to feel your best, to thrive.
So we want to leave you with this thought. What's one small change you can make, starting today, to support your mitochondria and your overall well-being? Something you can do consistently to make a real difference.
It's something to think about. And we'll be back next week to dive into another fascinating topic. Thanks for joining us on The Deep Dive.